What is going on, you guys? Ryan from Wadfigs here, and this Sunday is the Raw sort of exclusive pay-per-view Payback. There are a lot of matches on this card, a lot of title matches, but not a lot of hype. It seems like most people just want to get this out of the way, but without further ado, just like every other pay-per-view, we're going to go ahead and get into my predictions, starting off first with the kickoff show. There is a Miz TV segment, I do believe, on the kickoff show. Can't really do predictions for that, but I'll actually get into the Miz a little bit later on. But we do have a tag team match scheduled for the kickoff between the Club, Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows, taking on Enzo and Cass, and I'm going to go with Enzo and Cass on this one. On the kickoff show, they tend to usually give it to the good guys more likely than not. Kind of sad to see where Anderson and Gallows have sort of fallen from tag team titles all the way down to the kickoff show. I mean, they literally went from having a ladder match at WrestleMania for the tag titles back to the kickoff show on Payback, but I think Enzo and Cass are going to get the victory. And then we've got the Cruiserweight Championship match between Austin Aries and Neville. They had a very good match on the pre-show to WrestleMania, and I think given the opportunity here, they're going to have another great match. And I believe the reign of Neville's Cruiserweight Championship is going to be over here, and I think Austin Aries is going to defeat Neville. This match actually isn't confirmed, but I know Miz is doing a Miz TV segment with Finn Balor, so I don't even know if we're going to be getting this match between Ambrose and Miz. Kind of interesting that Ambrose is the Intercontinental Champion and is not defending his title on the show. I don't know if this match ends up happening. Just in case it does, though, or in case Ambrose does have a title match, I'll just say Ambrose wins because I don't see him dropping the title after being moved to Raw this early. Then we've got the Raw Tag Team Championship match where the Hardys will be defending their titles against Sheamus and Cesaro. I never really did a WrestleMania review or reaction or anything like that. It is so weird to say that the Hardys are the tag champs, but nonetheless, I think they're going to retain their titles and beat Sheamus and Cesaro. I was very much looking forward to a potential Revival Hardys match down the road, but it looks like Dash Wilder is going to be out for a couple more months, but he'll hopefully be back before SummerSlam where they can do a Hardys Revival ladder match or something like that. I'm going to say the Hardys retain, though. I don't think there's a lot of longevity in this feud. I don't know how long Sheamus and Cesaro are going to be a tag team for after this, but either way, whatever they do with the Hardys, I say they're going to retain their tag team titles here. Something interesting to note is that while Finn Balor does have a kickoff show thing sort of with the Miz, he is not actually confirmed for a match. Now, whether someone comes out on Miz TV and maybe antagonizes a match with Finn, we don't know. Maybe like, I don't know, the Drifter or something like that, but either way, Finn Balor's in the match. I guess I'll just make this prediction. He'll win because he's Finn Balor and he's awesome. Kevin Owens will then be defending his United States Championship against Chris Jericho, with the stipulation being the winner heads over to SmackDown Live, and I think it's fairly obvious that Owens is going to retain his US title considering the fact that they already have him and AJ, I believe, slotted for the next pay-per-view, so I'm going to say Owens wins. Will this be the last of Jericho, though? I think he is coming out with a new album for his band, and we don't know what he's going to be doing after this feud, so I would assume that he'd be taking a little bit of a break. But yet again, we've been saying this for like over a year that the next pay-per-view is going to be Jericho's last, and then the next one, and it sort of keeps on going forth. But I say Kevin Owens is going to retain his United States Championship and end this very long feud between him and Y2J. Then we have the Raw Women's Championship match where Bayley will defend her title against Alexa Bliss. And I'm actually really torn on this match because I believed heading into SummerSlam that they were going to do Bayley and Sasha for the Women's Championship. And they could still do that, but I don't see Alexa losing, at least clean on pay-per-view, right after being shaken up, I guess, to Raw. So I'm going to go with Alexa. I think Bayley has a higher chance of winning, but sometimes I'm going to go with the opposite of what I think is going to happen. So I'm going to say Alexa wins the Raw Women's Championship, which I think is going to be a lot, especially if Charlotte isn't able to win the SmackDown's one, that she's the first woman to hold both brands' titles. Hopefully they can still do Bayley and Sasha as well heading into SummerSlam, which is probably why Bayley might win, but I'm going to go with Alexa just for the sake of trying to be wrong intentionally, which means I'll probably be, I don't know. Now this match, I think, has the chance to be the best. We've got Samoa Joe taking on Seth Rollins. I don't believe they've had a match before WWE. I could be wrong on that one, but this could be considered a dream match for some people, and I think it is going to be match of the night easily. You've got two of the best wrestlers in the world, arguably, between Joe and Rollins, and I think Rollins is going to get the victory. He's got to start building some momentum. I feel like it has kind of died down in his match with Triple H, but I hope Rollins does win as much as Joe sort of couldn't afford a loss on pay-per-view or whatever. I'm going to go with Rollins winning. Then we've got the monster amongst men, Braun Strowman, maybe even the Lord and the Savior Braun Strowman, because he's taking on maybe the most hated wrestler right now, Roman Reigns. And this, I think, could be as good as Joe and Rollins, because I did enjoy their Fastlane match. We'll see what happens, though. I'm going to go with Roman Reigns. I think they're going to be building some momentum for him and Brock, which could potentially be happening at the next Raw pay-per-view or even at SummerSlam. Not really sure on that one, though. And it's kind of a shame because Strowman's been getting a lot of love lately. I think people have done a complete 180 on how they feel about him prior to WrestleMania to afterwards, and maybe that's because he's beating up Reigns, who beat Undertaker, but still, this match will be pretty good. But I say Roman once again is going to defeat Braun Strowman. And then we've got this match. It's not for the WWE Championship for some reason, but we've got a House of Horrors match between Randy Orton and Bray Wyatt. I don't even know what the hell House of Horrors means. I don't think anybody does. They've given us literally zero details about what the match could potentially be. So I'm going to go with Orton. It doesn't make sense for Orton to then lose to Bray, who's going to Raw without the WWE Championship. Bray would probably move on to a feud with Finn. That doesn't really make sense for Orton to just lose and then go back to his feud with Jinder Mahal, but Orton's going to win, and that really does it for the pay-per-view predictions. If you guys enjoyed, make sure you leave a like. Also, leave a prediction on what you think this House of Horrors match is going to be, because I have no freaking clue. But if you enjoyed, like I just said, leave a like, subscribe if you're not already, and as always, stay tuned to the next one.